Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms. And welcome to a very special edition video right here on YouTube.com, courtesy of yours truly, because you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. And once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning back into the channel. And like I said, this is a very special edition video because I'm going to be going over, in my opinion, the top 10 matches of 2017. So why don't we get straight into it? Number 10 is Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano. Now, I knew this match was going to be good. I knew it was going to be good. I did not think it was going to be so good that I would be putting it on a top 10 list. That's just a testament to how good Andrade Cien Almas is and how good Johnny Gargano is. Johnny Gargano, we all know, is the modern-day Daniel Bryan. No question. Andrade Cien Almas, I am a big fan of his work. I think he is the perfect version of a modern-day foreign heel. I think he can be what Alberto Del Rio was not. You put them together, and it equals amazing. It equals plain and simple great match. Doesn't matter how you look at it. We had Johnny Gargano doing suicide dives, slingshot DDTs, Gargano escapes. You had Andrade Cien Almas doing tornado inverted DDTs, Almas annihilations, as Mauro Ranallo calls it, and he won. Almas won with a beautiful hammerlock DDT that Gargano sold like a beast. He sold it like an absolute beast, and Almas got a much-needed win, which propelled him to an NXT Championship match against Drew McIntyre at the next TakeOver. Great match. Definitely deserves to be on the list. Number 9 is Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in a fatal four-way match for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Now, you all know how I've stated how much I've hated Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship reign ever since he defeated Braun Strowman. I've hated everything that they've made Roman Reigns out to be, but that did not take away from the quality of this match. It was perfect, absolutely perfect. Four behemoths just going back and forth, fighting over the Universal Championship. You had Braun Strowman doing running power slams to Brock Lesnar through the table. You had Roman Reigns spearing people through the barricade. You had Samoa Joe just punching the crap out of everyone. And Brock Lesnar was carted off. He was carted off of the ring. He was carted out of the match. And then Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman, they went at it. Brock Lesnar came back, suplexed the shit out of everyone, and Brock Lesnar won with an F5 to Roman Reigns, and he pinned Roman Reigns to retain the Universal Championship. All in all, it was a very good fatal four-way match. Number 8 is Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream at NXT TakeOver War Games. Think about this for a minute. You have Drew McIntyre versus Almas for the NXT Championship. You have a fatal four-way match between Kairi Sane, Peyton Royce, Nikki Cross, and Ember Moon for the vacated NXT Women's Championship. You have the Undisputed Era versus Sanity versus the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong in War Games. Yet all eyes were on this match. It's unbelievable how they took something so simple with two characters that we have never, ever, ever thought would ever cross paths. And they made it into the most must-see thing on NXT for the time they were doing it. You had Velveteen Dream, who is a mix of Rick Rude and Prince. You have Aleister Black, who's without a doubt the modern-day Undertaker. You put them together, and all of a sudden, people are like taking a step back and actually appreciating both men for what they can do. The story that they told in the ring with all the taunts that they were doing, trying to get inside each other's heads. Aleister Black doing forearm strikes and roundhouse kicks, discus knee strikes and moonsaults. Velveteen Dream with super kicks, cartwheel Death Valley drivers, and a beautiful modified Sister Abigail like DDT, which I thought was it. I thought that Velveteen Dream was going to defeat Aleister Black with that modified DDT. I thought that would have been it. But Aleister Black won. He won with a beautiful and brutal Black Mass. And after everything that both of them went through, Aleister Black finally acknowledged the Velveteen Dream and said the Velveteen Dream's name. And in turn, both superstars won, and both superstars looked like legends. Hands down. Speaking of NXT TakeOver War Games, number 7 on the list is Undisputed Era versus Sanity versus the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong in the War Games match at NXT TakeOver War Games. Undisputed Era, newly formed faction led by Adam Cole. Sanity, NXT Tag Team Champions, Authors of Pain, Two Behemoths, and Roderick Strong. Without a doubt, one of NXT's top-tier workhorses. You put them together in 2 rings in 1 cage, and you have beautiful chaos. And that's what it was. Chaos. And that's what made it great. You had the Authors of Pain going back and forth, just throwing everyone around the ring. You had Alexander Wolf do a German suplex to Razor through 2 tables, and Alexander Wolf, he was bleeding from the back of his head like a stuck pig. You had Killian Dane eating the key, jumping off of the top rope onto the field, and doing coast-to-coasts. You had Adam Cole and Roderick Strong superplexing themselves off of the top of the cage onto the field, and I'm not even gonna lie, when that happened, I skipped a heartbeat. I was collectively holding my breath during that spot. And then in the end, the right team won, with Adam Cole hitting the Shining Wizard on Eric Young with the steel chair. And in turn, it catapulted the Undisputed Era to new heights. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are now the NXT Tag Team Champions. And Adam Cole is going into a feud with Aleister Black. Brutal and chaotic match. Loved every minute of it. Number 6 is AJ Styles versus John Cena for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble of 2017. Now, I thought that AJ Styles should have won this match based on what happened after the match at the Elimination Chamber. But the story that was told in this match was phenomenal. No pun intended. AJ Styles wanting to cement his legacy as the face that runs SmackDown Live. John Cena, the story of him wanting to grasp that 16th World Heavyweight Championship that he's oh so desperately desired for 3 years. For 3 years, ever since he got up to 15. 24 minutes. 24 minutes of back and forth. 24 minutes of great storytelling. 24 minutes of great wrestling. John Cena won with 2 back-to-back AAs. And John Cena won his 16th World Heavyweight Championship, and he made history. Great match. Definitely deserved to be at the Royal Rumble. Let's take a break from the list. I'm going to actually run down some honorable mentions for you. Number 1 on my honorable mentions list is John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin versus The Miz in an Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber of 2017. Similar to the War Games match, this match was beautifully chaotic. Loved every minute of it. You had Dean Ambrose doing his elbow off the pod. You had Tower of Doom superplexes. You have Baron Corbin just beating the hell out of Dean Ambrose after Dean Ambrose eliminated him. You had Bray Wyatt eliminate both AJ Styles and John Cena, and Bray Wyatt won the WWE Championship in, without a doubt, in my mind, the most deserving moment of 2017. And I was damn happy for Bray Wyatt when he won. Next, on my honorable mentions list, DIY versus The Revival versus the Authors of Pain. DIY is the perfect underdog team. The Revival, best heel tag team in the world. The Authors of Pain, phenomenal, brutal, big man tag team. Put them together, you have Orlando Magic. It was a triple threat elimination match for the NXT Tag Team Championships at NXT TakeOver Orlando. This match was all over the place. It told a great story with DIY and the Revival working together to take out the Authors of Pain, doing each other's finishing maneuvers, doing a modified inverted figure 4 leg lock and the Gargano escape at once, putting one of the Authors of Pain through a table, superplexing each other out of the ring onto the field, down on the floor. The Authors of Pain won. I had a feeling that the Authors of Pain were going to win, but then again, predictability did not take away from the quality of the match. Great match. Great match. Next, Seth Rollins versus Triple H in a non-sanctioned match at WrestleMania 33. This match I put on the honorable mentions list because it told a great story, with Seth Rollins wanting to achieve his redemption, working through a knee injury, selling it, doing Phoenix splashes, getting DDT'd on the announce table. Stephanie McMahon went through a table, and in the end, Seth Rollins finally defeated Triple H, got his revenge, and defeated Triple H with a pedigree. Very good storytelling in that match. Speaking of Seth Rollins again, Seth Rollins, he produced a lot of great matches this year. One of them happened on the Raw episode on May 1st of 2017. He participated in a triple threat IC title number 1 contenders match with The Miz and Finn Balor. This was without a doubt one of the best Raw main events all year. The Miz, you know how I feel about The Miz, but I'm not going to discredit his wrestling ability. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, they are two of the best superstars that they have on Monday Night Raw. Put The Miz in there, and you have a great match. You have a great match. Plain and simple. You got a great match. And it was a very good match. You had Seth Rollins and Finn Balor doing everything in their power to take out The Miz. Miz trying to play favorites and make alliances. You had Samoa Joe interfere and take out Seth Rollins. You had Finn Balor get taken out by Bray Wyatt, and The Miz stole the victory. I would have had Finn Balor win this match to go on to face Ambrose, but then again, you know, they can't all be winners. You can't always have the same old people over and over again that you've picked in the past before. But The Miz won. Very good triple threat match. Definitely deserves to be on the list of honorable mentions, even though it did not make my top 10. Seth Rollins again, producing more great matches. Seth Rollins took on Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe in an Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way match at Extreme Rules of this year. This match was all over the place. You had Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt working together to take out everybody with the steel steps. Roman Reigns speared Joe and Finn through the barricade. Rollins did a frog splash from the ring to the outside through Bray Wyatt and the announce table. Finn Balor was in the ring, hit the coup de grace on Roman Reigns. But Samoa Joe, like a vulture, swooped in, locked Balor in the coquina clutch, and won the Fatal 5-Way and went on to face Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. Moving on to SummerSlam of 2017, we had The New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. This match went 19 minutes. 19 minutes, and I knew it was going to be good. New Day and the Usos have produced some of the best matches of 2017, and probably one of the best feuds of 2017 as well. You had Big E and Kofi Kingston doing a Midnight Hour. You had, I think it was Xavier Woods, sorry. You had Big E and Xavier Woods do a Midnight Hour. You had the Usos doing Uso splashes. You had Jey Uso toss Xavier Woods to the outside, and Jimmy Uso caught him in midair and did a Samoan drop on the floor, which looked absolutely brutal. I cringed at that moment. You had Big E receive a trifecta, I believe, of super kicks, and then the Usos went up top and hit the diving double splash, the double Us, and they won the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles in a phenomenal match. Probably one of the best, probably the best match on the SummerSlam card. Speaking of the Tag Team Championships, moving over to the Raw side, we have Rollins and Ambrose versus The Bar for the Raw Tag Team Championships at No Mercy of 2017. This match was ridiculous. Cesaro got impaled by his own teeth 5 minutes into this match. He got impaled by his own teeth 5 minutes into this match. He was bleeding all over the place, and he continued to wrestle for 11 more minutes. He continued to wrestle for 11 more minutes after getting impaled by his own teeth. And Rollins, he tried to repeat the spot from SummerSlam where Rollins would Hurricane Rana Cesaro onto Sheamus. Cesaro caught Rollins. Sheamus delivered white noise to Ambrose, and Cesaro powerbombed Rollins onto Ambrose. I actually thought the Bar were going to win right then and there, but Ambrose kicked out. And in the end, Sheamus would accidentally bro kick Cesaro. Rollins would hit the King's Landing, the ripcord knee, into the Dirty Deeds, and Rollins and Ambrose would retain the tag team titles. Great tag team wrestling. In the last few months of the year, there were some very good matches, and one of them particularly was AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at TLC of 2017. Finn Balor and AJ Styles could have easily main evented WrestleMania. No question. Could have main evented WrestleMania, could have main evented SummerSlam, could have main evented any single solitary pay-per-view in 2017. AJ Styles and Finn Balor. This match went back and forth. Great technical wrestling to start the match. Picked up speed. Finn Balor did his somersault plancha. AJ Styles did a double leg lift up and spine-busted Finn Balor over the announce table. AJ Styles then did a springboard Hurricane Rana from the top on Balor. But in the end, Balor would kick out, and AJ Styles would receive a top rope, a shotgun drop kick. And then a top rope coup de grace. And Balor stuck it. He stuck it. He didn't fall back. Stuck it right in the stomach of AJ Styles. And got the 1, 2, 3. Very good match. And my final match on my honorable mentions list is The Shield versus The New Day at Survivor Series of 2017. This match was going to be based off of The Shield versus the Wyatt family. Because in my mind, The Shield versus the Wyatt family was the best Shield match of all time, to this day. No one has been able to top it. The Shield and the New Day, they went back and forth. It was a very, 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 very competitive six-man tag team match. You had Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins doing double suicide dives. You had Xavier Woods hoist Big E up on his shoulders in an electric chair position. Kofi Kingston then did a leapfrog off the top rope over Big E and splashed onto Ambrose. And then Woods dropped Big E onto Ambrose for a close 2 count. Then, out of nowhere, Big E picks up Ambrose and Rollins and delivers a double midnight hour. And I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they were able to pull that off, but it looked perfect. It looked like something out of a video game. It looked like something out of 2K18. Close 2 count. And then in the end, the Shield won with a brutal triple powerbomb from the second rope. Great way to kick off Survivor Series. Let's get back to the list. Number 5 on my top 10 list is The New Day versus the Usos at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell, for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. This match was brutal in every sense of the word. You had Xavier Woods pulling out every single instrument imaginable, just smashing the Usos with it. Then you had the Usos hoist Big E up on the shoulders, and then I believe it was Jey Uso did a suicide dive and sent Big E back first into the cell. You had the Usos tie up Xavier Woods on the post and just started ramming him with the kendo stick. And then the Usos won in a very, 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 very shocking way. I actually thought the New Day would have won, but the Usos won with the double Us to Xavier Woods. Brutal Hell in a Cell match, and a great way to kick off the show. Number 4. How could I leave this one out? How could I? Number 4 is AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon, we all know, is known for putting on crazy matches. He's known for putting on crazy matches. AJ Styles is the match of the year machine. No question. AJ Styles and Shane McMahon tore the house down. Absolutely tore the house down at WrestleMania. No question. AJ Styles, he was doing one-arm Styles clashes to Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon knocked the ref out. And then all of a sudden he brought a garbage can in. He hit Styles with the garbage can. And then did a coast-to-coast for a very, very, very close 2 count. He had Shane McMahon tried to do his patented diving elbow through the table to Styles. Styles moved. And then out of nowhere, Shane McMahon tried to pull off a shooting star press. A damn shooting star press by a 50-year-old Shane McMahon. That should not be possible, but Shane said, screw this, I'm doing it. And he did it, and I even saw the look on AJ Styles' face. Styles was even surprised that Shane was able to pull that off. And in the end, Styles won with a beautiful, phenomenal forearm. Great way to kick off WrestleMania, and it just goes to show you how good AJ Styles really is. And speaking of AJ Styles, he is number 3 on the list as well. AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series of 2017. This match started off with Brock Lesnar just tossing Styles around like a rag doll. And AJ Styles, he would continue and continue and continue to fight on, hitting forearms and Pele kicks and calf crushers. He was able to hit a phenomenal forearm on Brock Lesnar, in which I thought was it. I thought that AJ Styles would have won that match with that phenomenal forearm. But out of nowhere, Styles went for a second one. Lesnar caught him in midair and delivered a thunderous F5. You got to go back and watch this match. It was absolutely brutal. Great storytelling in this match as well. Great match. Great match. Definitely lived up to the hype. Number 2 on my list is without a doubt probably one of the best women's matches of the modern era. The best women's match of the year, no doubt. Asuka versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. The sheer sight of Asuka, the sheer presence of Asuka was hyped up as something straight out of a movie. Asuka is a once-in-a-lifetime human being. She is something else. She must be part cyborg. I don't know how she is able to continue doing half the stuff that she does. Asuka, the NXT Women's Champion, defending her undefeated streak as well. Ember Moon, just poised to break the streak, hitting eclipses and super kicks and somersault planches. Asuka wanting to maintain her streak. Asuka doing anything in her power, grabbing the tights. She got caught with a super kick. Ember Moon out of nowhere. Reverses the cross arm breaker, but gets caught in the Asuka lock. Asuka forces Ember Moon to tap out. After the match, Asuka was not the one getting a standing ovation. It was Ember Moon. And that was a sign of things to come. Ember Moon deserved that standing ovation. She's damn sure earned that. And she's going to earn even more. Because 2 months later, she became NXT Women's Champion. To a great hometown fan reaction. Ember Moon and Asuka. I damn sure hope we can see another match between those two women. Ember Moon and Asuka put on, without a doubt, the best women's match of the year. I'm damn proud to have seen that match. And number one is Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate for the United Kingdom Championship at NXT TakeOver Chicago. I don't even need to tell you how great that this match was. All you need to do is go to the WWE Network, look up NXT TakeOver Chicago, and watch this match. 15 and a half minutes. 15 and a half minutes this match went. And for 15 and a half minutes, we were hanging on the edge of our seat. And we were watching every single little movement that these two made. Pete Dunne doing X-Plex power bombs. X-Plex is on the apron, doing those brutal forearm shots. Tyler Bate with the rolling front flip heel kick. Tyler Bate with the springboard forearm strike off the ropes. He was doing springboard moonsaults and spiral taps. Pete Dunne with step-up enzuigiris and submission holds. And then in the end, out of nowhere, Tyler Bate went for a huge plancha over the top rope. Pete Dunne sidestepped it, threw him back in the ring. Bitter end connects. And we have a new United Kingdom champion. Go back and watch that match. That's all I'm going to tell you. You need to go back and you need to watch Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate for the United Kingdom Championship. If these guys do not get the correct spotlight that they deserve on the main roster, a vein may pop in my head. You cannot let these guys go to waste. These guys are without a doubt once-in-a-lifetime athletes. And if you put these guys on a main pay-per-view in a top-tier match with a great build, you are going to have yourselves a match of the year any single time that these two cross paths. And ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the list of my top 10 matches of 2017. And that wraps up my final video of 2017. I would like to thank each and every one of you who tuned into this video. Do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheDJStorms. Catch the Lightning Flash update next week. The very first Lightning Flash update of 2018. Do not forget to check out the rundown for the Royal Rumble, which will be going up on January 27th, 2018. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms. You have a happy New Year's Eve, and I will see you all next year.